Confined space. What is a confined space? Examples of confined space. A confined space is any enclosed or partially enclosed space that has limited or restricted means of entry or exit, is large enough for a person to enter to perform tasks, and is not designed or configured for continuous human occupancy. A utility tunnel, the inside of a boiler, only accessible when the boiler is off, the inside of a fluid storage tank, a septic tank that has contained sewage, and a small underground electrical vault are all examples of confined spaces that present special hazards to workers, including risks of toxic or asphyxiating gas accumulation, fires, falls, flooding, and entrapment may be classified as permit-required confined spaces depending on the nature and severity of the hazard. What are the hazards in a confined space? According to the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, a permit-required confined space, permit space, has the three characteristics listed above, which define a confined space, and one or more of the following: contains or has the potential to contain a hazardous atmosphere, toxic, flammable, explosive, asphyxia, contains a material that has the potential for engulfing the entrant, has an internal configuration that might cause an entrant to be trapped or asphyxiated by inwardly converging walls or by a floor that slopes downward and tapers to a smaller cross-section, contains any other recognized serious safety or health hazards. Overcrowded, more workers will consume oxygen O2 and then causing asphyxia, so don't overcrowd the confined spaces. In addition to the hazards posed by the design of the space, work activities can also pose serious safety hazards, heat, noise, vapors, etc., that must be taken into account when identifying safety measures that must be taken. What are the safety measures? Following are the safety measures that shall be taken before entering any permit-required confined space: preparation and approval of method statement and TI, apply permit and get approval, isolate the space, mechanical and electrical, depressurize, purge with inert gas or steam, open the space and ventilate it through mechanical means, air blowers and or exhaust ventilators, perform gas test and ensure space is free of all kinds of gases. Oxygen level shall be 19.5% to 23.5% TBT before entry. Never take welding gas cylinders in a confined spaces. Assign a trained hole watcher at the entry. Sign the entry log while entering and exiting the space. Hole watcher should keep a communication contact with the workers in a confined space from time to time. Follow work rest rotation. Taking the welding gas cylinders in a confined space, in any emergency should immediately inform rescue team for help. Pyrophoric material. Pyrophoric substance will ignite spontaneously in air. Examples are iron sulfide and many reactive metals including uranium, potassium, sodium. Minimum level of oxygen required to enter a confined space. 19.5% is the minimum level required to enter a confined space. If oxygen is below 19.5%, that entry shall not be made. 23.5% is the maximum oxygen level for entry. Oxygen above 23.5% is dangerous for entry.